Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we are going to be wrapping up October's make-along for the year of the make-along. So I am filming the intro and outro to this a little bit early, so I will not show you necessarily my finished projects. I will include those in the pictures along with yours, but I did want to kind of share a little bit about where I am. So I am working on the prairie shawl using a yarn that's been in my stash for at least 13 years, if not longer. And so far, I have gotten through 2 of the pattern repeats in this teal. So October's theme was to use yarn from the crypt. Yarn that has been in our stash for a very long time, hiding from us. We're digging through history here and finding interesting things that we've forgotten we had or just haven't thought to necessarily reach for. So this is Alpaca Love by Debbie Stoller, Stitch Nation. It's a red heart yarn. I got these on clearance. I've gotten a number of things. I've got some like bamboo U as well. And the one that's 100% wool, I love you or something like that. Anyway, these were like $5 each. And when I got them on clearance, I got them anywhere from $3 to 99 cents on clearance. I know that looks like the Michaels tag, but way back when in the day, that's what my Joann's tag looked like. So I did get these from Joann's way back when in the day. So that was my original project. The center of the shawl will be done in that beautiful teal. The border of that shawl will be done in an eggplant color. I did, however, have an opportunity to test out a knitting machine, an I-cord knitting machine. And in doing that and putting it through its paces and everything, that review should have been up earlier this week, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But in doing that, I did pull some ancient stash out to work with. So the first yarn that I have been playing with is the Lamb's Pride Superwash from Brown Sheep Co. Now this is a Tuesday morning pickup. I had 2 in one colorway, 1 in another colorway. And this is what I am working on with the first one. This is the one where we've got 2. Now, because this is Tuesday morning, I know at minimum, this was in my stash at least since 2001 or 21. But I know I bought this before I moved to Charlotte, which puts this 5, 6, 7, 8 years in my stash at least. So I'm pretty sure it was purchased a couple of years before that. So this is, 8 to 10 years in my stash already. So I am almost done with the first skein of this going into my hot pad here. This is 100% wool. So I am planning on throwing this in the wash and felting this just a little bit because I, am not wanting to like super sew this. I just want to kind of felt it, let it get a little, and we will have a matching set by the time we're done. So this is the other skein of that yarn. And the other thing I did that I played with is, so I know I was gifted this yarn. I did not purchase this yarn. This was sent to me maybe when I was in Charlotte, maybe before I was in Charlotte. But this is the Deborah Norville collection from Premier. And this is Alpaca Dance. This is 75% acrylic, 25% alpaca. I had 3 skeins of this, and I turned all of it into this beautiful I-cord. So I've not known what to do with this yarn the whole time I've had it. I like it. I love the colors of this, but the color change on this was not something I knew what I wanted to do with it. It's, you can see it's actually fairly thick. So it's not something I could use as a carry along. It's actually a proper size 4 yarn. So like the core of it's like a size 3, maybe a heavy size 2, but it's got a huge halo. So this was definitely meant to be used as a size 4 yarn, but it's something I would have probably paired with another yarn, and it just would have made it too thick and bulky, especially for where I live. So as I've said before, I live in the Southeast. So here it's just, even when it's cold, like today, it's 50 degrees outside right now, but it's raining. So it's very muggy, very sweaty, very sticky inside your clothes if you're wearing something too heavy and bulky. And we don't normally have tremendous wind here. So thick stuff is just not necessary for where I live. So this has always been a conundrum because I really love these colors. I think that coral blue yellow combo is just so stinking cute. But in an I-cord like this, I love it. And I'm going to pair this with, I think, this swish worsted cotton in the color Conch from Knit Picks. And this has been in my stash probably 4 years. So not deep stash, but definitely some stash. I'm going to turn this into a basket. I already know what I want to do with this. So I'm going to do I'm not sure if I'm going to sew it or if I'm going to crochet it, but I'm going to do the method where you loop the yarn around the I-cord. So kind of more like basket making versus what I'm doing with this, which is just kind of tacking each round down. But I already know what I'm going to do with that. So I ended up inadvertently, well, it's not even just that, to be honest. This yarn also has been in my stash 7 years. So this is a Hobie yarn that I also turned into an I-cord. So I ended up pulling a lot more deep stash this month than I had expected. So the only thing that should be at the end of this with pictures to share with you guys are the hot pad, the progress I've made on the hot pad and the shawl, because it probably will be next year before I actually really get started on the basket and stuff with the I-cord. But I did want to share with you guys because I did end up using a lot more deep stash than I anticipated here in the last 2 weeks of the make along. So I cannot wait to share what you guys have been working on. I know since I have not had time to check my email and the messages for the make along, but I do know that there have been a lot of things submitted because I've been seeing little notifications pop up and I'm kind of like quickly liking things, but I know I'm missing things in the interim. So I can't wait to see what all of you guys have made. So let's go ahead and jump into your creations. So once again, I want to thank you guys so much for making this make along. to participating with me and having fun with me. So many of you guys have had questions and some great ideas for next year doing something very similar. So if you do have ideas, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below or to tag me on social media or send me a message on Instagram or an email or something with your ideas. So I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Please take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.